taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
You know, but there was another issue that kind of made its way into, you know, boxing news and boxing Twitter and everything like that. And it came out of nowhere, really. You know, involving one Floyd Money Mayweather, you know, who is, you know, who's been pretty much doing the whole exhibition thing, and, you know, and pretty much ever since the whole thing with Logan Paul, you know, he hasn't, you know, he's been doing exhibitions in the Middle East on top of buildings or whatever the fuck, you know, and clearly they're not as big as they used to be. Some it's either because it's an exhibition. Some it's because people the Logan Paul shit rub people the wrong way. I mean, who knows? So, you know, so again, you know, Floyd has another exhibition coming up, you know, with another YouTuber. So it's like, oh, okay, he's facing another YouTuber, you know, big whoopee. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. But the biggest thing was, I guess, the rights of that thing got sold to DAZN, of all things. So, never thought that we'd see this, but Floyd Mayweather will be fighting a YouTuber on DAZN pay-per-view. And you gotta say, some people lost their absolute minds, like, you know, and the reactions that I saw on Twitter were just priceless. Some immediately went after Leonard Ellaby, who is a person who absolutely despises the app, who talks down the app because mostly, and he has a running feud with Eddie Hearn, you know, and everything like that. And then you also have the fans who are like saying, why is Floyd helping Eddie, even though Eddie doesn't own the damn app himself or whatever? But it's thinking like, why are you working with the enemy? How come you're not working with PBC?
Floyd never said anything about the Zone or the streaming apps. That was all Mr. Potato Head, and I understand why LRB did that, but that's not on Floyd.
That's been Smeller B this whole time, the past couple of years.
Exactly. But the thing is that people are saying that, oh, Floyd, like I said, well, you know, why is Floyd work with the enemy? Like, how come Floyd can't stay on code? Like, have you motherfuckers not listened to what Floyd fucked you for like 15, 20 years? He's all about the money.
It's all about his money. Yeah, it's money, and yeah.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like it's Floyd, like Floyd Money Mayweather.
We just talk about code, like niggas just turned it into like one of them Twitter Tariq Spaces or some shit. Like nigga, like FBA this that, like nigga, this is boxing. What the fuck, niggas just talk about code? Like stop. Like
you know how many times Floyd fought on PBC? 0 times. He's never fought on PBC.
Floyd, and that's the thing. Floyd. And now, I mean, that's Floyd's position. You know, he hasn't fought PBC, and that's okay, cool. He doesn't want to fight under the banner. That's his business. You know, no one, you know, and it's
literally his business. It's his business. Literally.
Like that's the thing. Is like, what's the big deal if his best friend is like still helping him get these fights? And I'm talking about Al Heyman, like, and we all cool. They all cool with each other. Does it matter? Like, that's like if Pat come up with a podcast. And it's this whole separate thing, and it's like we be on there every now and then, and it's like, and we still be doing our shit here. It's like we all feel cool, right? Like,
well, the thing is, I mean, because people think Floyd kind of is one of the owners of PBC. You know, just generally they think Floyd, you know, runs PBC, but none of these guys cross over to that app. You know, so the boss, quote unquote, boss doing it. You know,
right. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. And I think that's the bigger thing too. Is like, you know, Floyd fighting on this pay-per-view is a trip because, like I said, you know, obviously if you know Floyd's business with Mayweather Promotions and stuff like that, you know, there have been several fighters under his banner who have, you know, particularly one Gervonta Tank Davis, who pretty much are like, oh no, and this is where although Floyd has never talked negatively about the app. Floyd is all like, oh no, we're keeping everything in house. You know, Leonard Ellaby, you heard him. You know, that's how he.
Yeah, Mayweather did say it can be in-house fights, but
yeah.
I have no problem with the in-house fights as long as you build these guys up and make them events, which they could have did a better job with Rolly, and they could be doing a better job with Rivera. You know,
they do a few guys, yeah.
You know, but still, like, you know, build up these ops, like, make us care. Like, every fighter shouldn't have to have some crazy flamboyant personality talking shit to make it a big fight that we interested and care about. That's all I'm saying.
Right. But the biggest thing about Floyd doing this too is like, you want to keep it in house, but hey, I don't want you to take this fight, or someone else in pay-per-view says, oh yeah, I don't want you to cross this platform and take this fight. Here's another fight in as a consolation that's not as big or whatever, but we'll probably pay you. And that's the type of shit that's been happening on that side. With Floyd, it's just like you see Floyd fighting the zone now. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, what are we? So, like, I mean, me personally, I mean, I give two shits about Floyd's exhibition fights.
Dudes care about the business too much, and that's why they get riled up about shit like this. Like, Floyd retired. I don't care. He's fighting Greg Oden's cousin or whoever the fuck this old looking nigga is. Like, it ain't gonna fucking make me shit on the sport or hate boxing or nothing. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. They've always had these fucking matchups, man. Like, matter of fact, when I was going through my father's shit the other day, he had I think the menu card or whatever the fuck it was for that Dallas Too Tall Jones.
Too Tall Jones, yeah. When he was trying to quit football to go do boxing.
I put it on my Instagram, and so niggas could see it, and it just to show you, like, that was my pops attended one of the goddamn the original YouTuber fights.
Hey Pat, didn't Mark Gastineau do some boxing too, if I recall correctly? Yeah, he was horrible.
They were trying to send him up to fight George Foreman, but then he fought the one jobber that did not want to go along with the plan, and Mark Gastineau, who has no boxing skill to speak of, got his ass beat on Tuesday night fights. Badly.
Tuesday night fights showed a lot of ass whoopings back in the day.
Yeah, so but it's just like, hey, he's like, Floyd, Floyd fighting the zone is whatever, but it's just like the biggest thing with him doing that is because he had other fighters saying, no, don't take this fight, or no, don't do this fight, and the promise, and I think we had a conversation internally, where I think LB and I, we both listened to a podcast from DT3 the Boom Man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, shout out to DT3 the Boom Man.
And
y'all make sure y'all follow him.
Right, and dude was spitting, basically on the whole Floyd situation, and it's like, it's just the biggest thing is like, where Floyd, as I mentioned before, used to tell fighters, hey, don't take this fight, we'll keep everything in house. But Floyd is going over there going to a platform. No matter how much Leonard Ellaby tries to explain that it was just the rights of, it was the rights and they offered it. The fact is, Floyd is fighting on DAZN, something that app that you talk down on all the time, and he's just the fact that
he finds his way into these big ass money situations when other guys get offered. It's like, nah, don't do that. But then you'll do some crazy, productive shit for yourself.
Right.
So that's what it's kind of looking at it. And one of the points he made from at least what I understood and got, he made it seem like Floyd was jealous of these young generation of dudes getting these crazy money offers at this young age, where Floyd didn't really get that type of money until the later stages of his career, the Money Made period, or Pretty Boy stages or some shit.
Because Floyd was. It took at least Floyd being in 10 years into his career before he started seeing some of this money.
Some of that real cheddar. Yeah, he wasn't making the money fighting Emmanuel Augustus.
But that's the thing. Those were still legacy building fights, though.
Yeah.
These guys are getting legacy building fights too, but they're not having to build legacy careers.
It's not that kind of legacy.
No. It's still a legacy. It's just these dudes, they're not making them into careers because you know why? They're not taking good legacy building fights every fight out. Look how these opponents are spaced out for everybody. Look at Lomachenko. Teofimo was a legacy fight, but then look at the two fights afterwards.
Yeah.
Look at most of these guys out. Who's taking these legacy building fights like that, like on a consistent basis? None of these dudes are. But dudes is not taking the fights, but they're there. Look, Santa Cruz for Tank was a legacy building fight, but Barrios and Rolly, decent fights, but they're not legacy building fights, and they're not big money fights either. Although he made big money on them,
there were fights that should have been made, in my opinion. Shit.
and I could understand that, but I have no problem with those fights if they lead to bigger fights, or if you're fighting 3 and 4 times a year, then you can mix in a couple of those guys. But the thing is happening is these dudes are fighting once or twice a year, and they're the same level. And that's why a lot of these dudes are just gonna make Hall of very good careers and not Hall of Fame careers.
Right. Yeah, but the flip side. Hey, I made a lot of money doing the least. And then that's
what boxing's turning into. I don't be sitting on Ellerby like I ain't got no jokes for dude or nothing, because I get where he's coming from, but boxing is veering off into 2 different directions. We're seeing a clear legacy direction that some fighters are taking. You see the Devin Haney's, those guys. Then you got the guys who are in the middle a little bit. They running their mouth, they getting the promo, they making momentum, and they taking some legacy fights throughout. Those are Tiafimos. But then you got this other direction that's off on the other side. It's completely from the other one. It's the polar opposite of the Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney direction. Direction,
I know you're gonna say
is the straight Hollywood money direction, and it got the Tanks over here, the Ryan Garcias. The Tim Tszyu,
not Tim Tszyu, but definitely Tank. Yeah, Tank and Ryan. For sure.
But the thing is, he could fall in that area if he wasn't if he wasn't in 154, and he would.
But you talking about Tszyu?
Tszyu, yes. The way that he's promoting and everything. Like, he would definitely be in that category if he wasn't in 154. But at 154, you can't. The 154 don't allow you to be a money maker like that. Like, without fighting no tough dudes. Like, if you sell tickets, it's because you had to really fight your ass off. So that's why he'll be in the middle. Like, he could afford to get money fights, but then he'll get legacy fights in the mix. And all of these guys could really have the same type of career if they wanted. But it's all about taking the best fight. Like, if you look in the short amount of time, Shakur Stevenson, once he fought Herring, he kind of stayed at that level.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And Haney, I hope he does the same thing. After Comboses, it's like, I don't need a Comey fight, nigga. I need the Montana Loves. I need the Arnold Barbosa Juniors. I need the Shakur Stevensons. I need the damn
Gary Antoine Russell, maybe Matthias.
Yes, the Matthias. Like, I need those type of fights. That's all I'm saying. Like, and with Tank and Garcia, like, y'all could kill y'all whole direction if y'all both fucking fight each other. But it's like, both of them, same thing. Decent, you got a mid, then great opponent. It's hard to make career. Like, low key, everybody's doing what Fury's doing, but Fury only gets shitted on for it.
Right. And and just to mention before too, and just to bring up with Floyd fighting on DAZN, if you see now for the ones that keep on, that hang on his every word and saying, oh yeah, it's all about the money, and obviously Floyd, although Floyd kind of tells 2 sides of the story. One story is just, hey, it's all about the money, but hey, I didn't realize that, hey, I had to work from the bottom up to get this type of money. Like, some of you guys can take control of your own careers too, and actually go, if the best fight for you is not in-house, go ahead and go off your platform. That's not a foreign concept. We have fighters that have done it. We have Castano did it. We had fucking Jacobs do it. We had Ruiz do it. Like they all do it, and
their careers are better for it.
Right.
Financially and legacy wise.
Exactly. So it's like
I mean, some of the guys you mentioned are like, I don't want to say cannon fodder, but they're not like 18 guys that the companies have really invested in. Those guys, they don't mind going over. They don't mind letting them go over to the other platform and do their thing.
Yeah.
Those top guys, they're not gonna let them do that.
They're not gonna let them go. Like if you're under 135 and you know are expendable, you can go across the street, but you know that's about it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's still it's like that still makes this point though, because all these guys they talk money and legacy, but they still trying to just finesse their way with both instead of just taking the chance and just doing it. Like Jacobs wasn't no big name like that. He already been knocked out before. He battled all that other shit. Like come on, like Castano too. Like he had to take that opportunity.
Right, and he brought it back, and he made it, and his career was better for it. Ruiz had to take it because his situation, because other fighters like Ortiz or Kanaki turned that shit down. But he was like, you know what? I just finished fighting. I'm still in fighting shape. Let me get a shot at it. And and that was a big gamble, and it paid off big. He got paid off those 2 fights.
See, and that's the problem with boxing. Like he said, like all these niggas want all the leverage, man. And we left with getting trash fights,
right?
And Hall of Very Good careers instead of Hall of Fame careers,
right?
Like, man, I can just imagine them filling out a ballot 10 years ago for these niggas.
I tell you, gotta be on that graded curve now. The Hall of Very Good.
Yeah, Hall of Very Good.
And I don't think there are too many. I don't think there are too many fighters actually that I think are probably Hall of Fame bound. Like it's a very, very small number. You know?
Nah, under 30 years old. Who's Hall of Fame bound under 30 and under? Besides Monster.
Oh yeah, Monster. Shit. Nah, man, really, I can't even. I'm drawing a blank. But like, there's a few guys like you mentioned that could, you know, Shakur don't have obviously there's a much long time to get there. But I'm just saying, there's not really guys right now.
I mean, you could say Shakur, Stevenson. You could say Monster, but who else? I'm talking about under 30. Everybody else is really 30 and over.
There's guys with potential, like like a Boots.
I think me personally, I think by the time Haney hits 30, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
He'll probably be a welterweight by then.
I believe.
Yeah. He's not even 23.
He's only 23. So he's still 23, got 7 years.
He turned 24 next month. So like, yeah, he's on a trajectory to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like because they're doing the right things, but
there's no guys in that.
3 guys.
Like Tank's 27. Tank's not a Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? Like might be the quote unquote money man. Whatever. But
I mean the money Hall of Fame. That's enough for some people. Like,
but the sad thing is we know Tank has talent, Hall of Fame caliber talent. You know what I mean? Because there's guys in the Hall of Fame. There's guys that aren't in the Hall of Fame that should be talent wise. Vice versa.
Yeah, but I mean, look, man, the fans and the spectators and the promoters, they can't want it more than the fighter. Like, if you're getting this type of money for having these type of fights in your career, then you're just gonna keep going with it, man. And that's just what it is, man. Boxing evolved to a point where it's more business than anything. You don't have to be engaged and you don't have to give the best interviews. You could just be autopilot with boxing and have a successful career. And especially if you're a cash cow, and you seeing that play out. Mm-hmm. Look at Canelo. How many Fight of the Years Canelo has given us? And he's Mexican at that. And they like you always see them niggas in Fight of the Years at one point. And it's like, nope,
not at all.
So it's like it's just something to put in perspective. There's no hate. Floyd, get your money, but a lot of y'all niggas, y'all can't be Floyd, man. Get your own career.
Right.
Stop having these niggas tell you who to fight. Put your own foot down and make shit happen. Because at the end of the day, you want to be remembered for having a legacy or money or both. you could get both. Like you could get money in boxing and have a legacy. Like I don't know why people choosing one or the other. Like,
right?
do y'all not believe in y'all talent? Like, I just don't get it. Like,
yeah, the shit's just it's disgusting to see. Like I said,
I think the way they look at it as, yeah, you could be both, but I guess they feel like maybe in their mind, Hall of Fame is just icing on the cake. Because remember, I mean, all these fighters look up to Floyd, and Floyd was like, I can't feed my kids with those Hall of Fame plaques. I don't care. They don't put food on the table. So
yeah, before it's bona fide Hall of Famer.
But
that's
like,
the irony of it.
No, I get it, and that's why I said what I said. To them, the Hall of Fame is just the icing on the cake, the cherry on the top. It's the money first, and then the Hall of Fame afterwards.
But see, that's the thing. That's how you know niggas is remedial as fuck. Because usually, if you have the Hall of Fame career, the money comes with it.
You know, but I will say one thing, like, compared to 20 years ago, I feel like there's not that as much broke boxers that go down that path, you know, like Meldrick Taylor, Jermaine Taylor type, you know, like these guys at least are, you know, maybe managing their money right for now.
I mean, is that really the case though all the time, LB? Because I mean, you got a guy that's a Hall of Famer, and we, you know, I love him, you'll love him, a Florida nigga, Winky Wright. Winky Wright is a Hall of Famer, but he missed out on a lot of good paydays that could have gotten him in a lot of money.
But he's a Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame fighter.
But that's the thing. Like, first of all, he still got paydays. Second of all, he's a Hall of Famer. Third of all, let's not act like this nigga ain't make bad decisions. And like, are we really gonna use him as an example?
Well, he's a top 154 fighter of all time, arguably. You know?
That's the point.
When he started being on super bad businessmen, he already had a Hall of Fame career. Like, are we criticizing him for the Hopkins?
No, I'm not criticizing him at all. I'm saying that some people are, especially new age boxing fans and boxers, would look at a guy like Winky Wright and say, oh, he's an idiot for missing out on all those paydays because he wanted to be, extra business savvy, and it fell on his face. A lot, like, we're in an era now, it's not only with boxing, it's with hip hop.
It's with everything. Missing out on more paydays than Winky. Winky only missed out on like 2 paydays. Were they 2 big ones? Yes, but you got niggas missing out on paydays every year. How many fucking paydays has Crawford missed out on?
I think Crawford's financially well, but
but legacy wise, for his talent, he has no big mega fights. No. He has no Elisa Baumgartner, Mayer type fights or matchups or anything like that.
And he's about to be 35 too.
He's about to be 35. That should mean something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these niggas ain't having no career anything. Motherfuckers just box. Like, what kind of career these niggas is having? Like, we really comparing Winky Wright to these motherfuckers who don't fight each other now?
No, I feel you. I use Winky Wright was just an example. I'm just saying, like,
Andre's a better example.
Andre has neither. Andre's not going to make the Hall of Fame and missed out on bad paydays. So he's going to get neither.
But that's someone who's had crazy talent, who's had opportunities, and to the point where they fucked up so many opportunities. Now they just have bad luck. At least Winky grinded it out and at least, made a career, became a champion, and at least was beating the contenders. And a lot of guys ranked where he was at. And at the end of the day, he fumbled a few paydays, but he at least fought till he was on the table to get them. And he got some. He got the most fights. He got the fucking Tito fight. He got the first Taylor fight. Like, those were big fights. Now, did he overvalue himself for certain fights? Yes. But at least he got there. He did it through like honest hard work and good boxing.
Mm-hmm.
But these niggas ain't even doing that.
Mm-hmm. Like a guy like Keith Thurman.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I get it. I'm just gonna say, like, I get that point, but a lot of times now, especially the blunders, are looked at more on the missed paydays than who you fought. You know how many people, still laugh at Ortiz for not taking. They laugh at Ortiz for missing out on the payday more than they do for him having a poor resume and not fighting anybody.
Wait, what payday for Ortiz?
The Joshua one.
Oh.
Hold on, weren't you the one saying the manager never got to him? Or
No. It's true, but I'm saying most people don't know that, so they look at Ortiz and say he's an idiot for missing out on that payday that Ruiz got, and then he kicked Joshua's ass and got a payday for it. Like, people clown him for that. They clown him for the missed payday. Like, that's where we're at now. That we're clowning people for not making money
because it's the missed payday and the missed opportunity. It's the missed good opponent, and it's the thing. He's getting clowned because he already has a shitty resume, and he's basically was used as a built-up op to make Wilder look good. Remember, if you could clown Ortiz, you could clown Wilder for even having that opportunity come up. Because remember, Wilder even came back later and said he took less money to fight Fury, and this is when everybody was like, no, Joshua duck. So all these niggas is just playing along with the game and the system to make as much money they can without having the hard ass fights at
the minimum risk. Yeah, the minimum risk.
Risk. Like, everyone's doing it.
Low risk, high reward. Yeah.
Some people can't do that in certain. Josh Taylor couldn't do that. Jamel Charlo couldn't do that. Some people can't do that, and
like
they better for it.
Like a nigga like Thurman, he was on his way, becoming a unified welterweight champion, and injuries derailed him. Now he's looking for the money, trying to cash out.
And low-key, Thurman has a better resume than a lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, even all his fights are calculated where you look at it like, he could have, this was a dangerous fight. He could have lost that. Honestly, and I could get why Pat shits on the Barrios fight. That's honestly the worst fight Thurman is taking.
Yeah, because I'll tell you, it's just like it's just the opposite.
I'm just happy to see the nigga active, so I wasn't shitting on it, but I could understand why he shit on the fight so much. But it is what it is. But yeah, like, and the reason why we so caught up in, oh man, he missed a payday, he missed this, because we're not getting the fights we want in time enough. So we could never appreciate nothing because we always looking at what we not getting.
Right, so people that keep on asking Floyd, like, oh, why is he doing this? You should ask Showtime why Showtime's not paying for those shits anymore.
Yeah, ask Showtime why we ain't got Crawford Spence yet, or where's Tank Garcia?
Right.
I'm hearing that's close though. I'm hearing Tank and Garcia.
Motherfucker, I'm tired of hearing about shit's close, nigga.
It ain't no close.
Yeah, I'm sitting here.
I knew you was gonna say that. I was waiting for it.
I'd rather focus on like the Zepeda, Prograis, and like Zerto Bivol fights than the.
Thank you.
Sick of the rumors, bro. Like, damn.
Motherfuckers were so worried about. Motherfuckers are so worried about Crawford Spence that they almost didn't care enough about Shields Marshall in the fight of the year that they gave us. Remember, I put a tweet out a little while ago, and I was like, I know I'm in the minority, but I'm more hyped for Shields Marshall than I am Crawford Spence.
Yes, and I remember that because I commented. I'm like, I completely disagree, but it's your opinion. That's fine. I get it.
And you know why? It's my opinion, and my opinion seems really fucking good right now after this weekend. While you motherfuckers in your goddamn Crawford Spence are sitting there with no fucking fight of the year to talk shit about.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I look forward to that more than Crawford Spence, because it was a fight of the year that we were going to get, not dream about.
Yeah, you was happy because you didn't have to twiddle your dick like everybody else did, waiting for a fight.
Damn, yo, pause, nigga. Like, you say one more time, nigga. Like.
All right, so I get one more loose for Goose.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, like, this is like people are just so stimulated by the thought of this fight that it's just like they're just like losing. That's why they're losing their mind. You don't have to worry about that, so you're good. Like,
yeah, no, I know what you mean, though. Yeah,
you're not losing any sleep.
I mean,
they
I'm
have
a
been teasing us
enjoy
on
it.
these.
Yeah,
You know,
dog, they've been teasing so hard. Like the bitch literally just came to your house, French kissed you, and then just snuffed you in the face and ran out. And you're like, what the fuck going on? Like that's what's happening. And then you see the bitch the next week, and then she comes over, and now she dome you up, and then she punches you in the face and runs out again. You're like, yo, what the fuck is with this crazy bitch? This is what's happening with boxing fans. They keep getting you excited, and then they just slap you and they run. But meanwhile, there's a good fight that's sitting on the other side of the couch that you're just ignoring because you're taking punishment and teasing from this bitch that you want so bad. Zerto Bivol is on the other side of the couch, just sitting there chilling, like, hey nigga, you won't jump on this live? Like, hit the controller. But you messing with Crawford Spence right here because you know you want this so bad.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if he's gonna come back. But you just waiting for it. Meanwhile, Pro Grace, Apeta, all them niggas is lined up like, yeah. I hope you'll notice us. We the nickels that don't get ass to the prime. We the leftovers.
Yeah, Zerto Bivol. Like at least these fights are happening. You know,
Fight of the year. Zerto Bivol is a fight of the year. Zerto by knockout. I can't wait for that shit.
on paper, it's gonna be fire. Yeah.
The paper fucking glass menagerie. I don't care what the fuck. Like
I can see that fight being a miss. That should be
if that fight's a miss, then wow. Like
something went wrong.
Cancel boxing for the rest of November.
Yeah, so like I said,
boxing basically has been canceled for the rest of November. If you really think about it, unfortunately.
Programs Zapata.
Like pretty much, after that, after the Zapata program fight, there's nothing up there. So yeah, boxing. So don't worry about what a retired champion does on a different platform or whatever his allegiances are. Worry about trying to make the fight so that fights like that are ignored in the like they should be.
And this can be DAZN pay-per-view. Is that gonna be pay-per-view DAZN or just regular DAZN?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pay-per-view.
I don't care because I'm not watching.
My God, I gotta cancel my DAZN, bro.
Wait, and Manny's doing a
he's doing one too.
But that's a different platform. Is that DAZN or a different platform?
I don't know, and I don't care. I don't care because I will not be watching.
I'm gonna be watching. I mean, I'm not watching it. Maybe.
See, honestly, yo, I'm glad you brought up Pacquiao. That's a perfect way to end this shit. Niggas take so long to make the super fights. We could have got classic rematches and saw these niggas in their prime, but we're reduced to seeing these niggas fight other motherfuckers in exhibitions and their career in boxing. Right. Would that be Crawford and Spence? We get one fight out of these niggas when it's too late, and then niggas retire peacefully and say, you know what, let's get some exhibitions under our belt. like low key, sometimes life play out like that. Like, look at this. Like, we were supposed to see Floyd Pacquiao fight 2 or 3 times. Right. A lot of these great why is it that we got more trilogies and great rematches back in the day than we do now? Because it's too hard to make the fight originally the first time.
Right.
Like, and then these niggas take a whole 6 months or a year to make the fight, and they fight only once or twice a year. So people's careers are literally on standstill when they go into these rematches. But it don't need to be this way. But that's what y'all want. But yeah, Pacquiao and Floyd fighting in exhibitions right now. It's just the future of boxing for these superstars, because they'll make enough money and get a certain point in their career where they're like, man, shit, I done made my money. I ain't gotta fight no one serious. I could just chill for a little bit, come back as an exhibition, make a few million, easy money. Right. I'm telling you, watch that be the new thing. Like, just get me in one of these fights so I could just get paid off for this shit too. So let me get Ring Gang in there, and that's all. We get the whole shit be promoted and on point, man. Get this shit, but that's the future of boxing right there. You heard it here first on Ring Gang Radio.
Facts. Facts. Oh man, so yeah, I think we dropped the
Hold on. Caleb Plant is one of the best black fighters in the game.
Oh god.
Godzilla.
It reminds me of a post on the Kali that someone said, is Caleb Plant invited to the barbecue? And of course I'm like, no.
No, but it's funny because now you know how everybody low key, the black community / whatever LDBC, that they all are welcoming back with open arms again.
yeah. That I just roll my eyes. I guess.
Well, because they all wanted to be Canelo, right? They were all cheering for him.
Yeah, they all want him to be Canelo though, but then they're all on some mixed shit now that that Plant slumped around.
I mean, yeah, y'all welcome him back to the picnic as he slumped the brother.
Like aging cancer survivor. It's kind of crazy.
Like I don't know. This kind of, he smashing a sister, slumping a brother.
No, that's not.
Hold on, he's paying a black trainer, so I mean that win him some points back. Let me see. What's the verdict on this?
No.
I mean, he held it down. All the other white people kind of let the niggas whoop their ass this weekend. So, I'm just saying because I know people was keeping score. It's like, hold on, like niggas 0, crackers 0, niggas 5 or whatever. Yo, man. It was a great weekend of boxing though. Like, I don't care who you was rooting for. You got something good.
Right, though. It's always great because when you have boxing like this, then you can talk about it you can talk about a lot of different things about it. So yeah, boxing. Hopefully that we get some more cards announced because like I said, it's looking like slim pickings after Prograde Zepeda, and then I have no interest in watching any of the exhibition shits or anything like that. So yeah, you just hope that maybe.
Let me ask you this, Pat. I'm sorry to cut you off. Apologies. Okay. Right now, does it look like 2022 would be better than 2019?
I've been asking that all the time. I feel like nah.
It's kind of ended like on some like.
It could have been. It had potential, but it could have been. But 2019 had too many fades. Yeah.
Yeah, no. 2019. It's because it started out slow, but it ended. Ended on some ridiculous shit like fades.
And the slow wasn't even that bad either.
Yeah, I swear J-Rock and Hurd was Q1, and that was fire. I think
it took a few months. Remember, Peterson Yipinets was the first, and Castano Lara were like the first two good fights. But Peterson Lipinson was more of a fight of the year, lower tier. Castano Lara was just a good fucking fight.
Right.
So that kind of the energy kicked off, and then you had the upset with Plant. 2019 didn't start off as bad as we try to make it seem. It was a little slow, but it had some bangers though.
Right. Yeah, but it kind of just built up and got better, with all the fights over the summer and shit. Where this year we had, if Bud Spence was made, maybe you could, make an argument.
They had Spud. I was about to say Spud Spence. They had Bud Spence and
Thurman Pacquiao.
Nah. I'm just saying for this year.
Oh, for this year.
If they would have gave us Bud Spence or Tank Garcia, just one of those, they could have said it was better than 2019. But right now, it might just end up being even. Because remember, you still got 2 fight of the years left, even though they just not the big mainstream ones. Zerto Bivol is a great fight, and Prograde Zepeda is a great fight.
Yeah.
If those end up being fight of the years, which they very well could be.
And also, I think Chocolatito.
Chocolatito
in December.
Yeah, and then as well as Jojo Diaz and William Zepeda.
Zepeda on the 29th.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 4 chances at a fight of the year.
Yeah.
You got to get 2 of them.
Yo, wait. Chill. All right, let's walk this.
Out of 4.
Hey, nigga, let's walk this back. Hey, look. Okay, right as it stands right now, 2022 isn't better than 2019. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
We're talking about right now.
Yeah, of course it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got 4 potential Fight of the Years left, and they're spaced out in like what, 2 months each?
Yeah, respectively.
So look, how many of those need to become Fight of the Years to be better than 2019? If we get 2, does that make it a draw? Does that make it equal? Or if we get 4, does that make it? Or if we get 3 or 4, does that make it better?
It's tough because 2019 had, their Fight of the Years were kind of wild. Prograde Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Spence Porter.
You had bigger names. I mean,
bigger names, yeah.
You got Prograde is back, nigga. Like, it'd be crazy. He's going to be in both years where boxing is great. And we always talking about he need to be active. That's a damn shit.
Yeah, they only fought in between on that Chiller bullshit.
I mean, so pretty much, we just have to wait to see. Because right now, there would have to be some really, significant like fades and Fight of the Year candidates for where, because 2019.
It's possible though. If the November fights end up being Fight of the Year, you might say it's up there with 2019. You might say it's equal. Like I can't like come on, man. Like, damn, y'all still want to live in 2019?
Yes, nigga. Yes, absolutely. 2019 was a hell of a year. Yeah, of course. Yeah, 2022 just...
y'all not remembering this year though.
Yeah, but this year, like right now, I mean, with the exception, of maybe like the last real Fight of the Year candidate that popped off was on Eddie's Mexico card, which. Most people, like say if you watched it, you were okay. That shit was dope. But if you didn't, it's hey, you missed out.
That was a good.
Yeah, like the first half of this year pretty much delivered, but it's just like the second half of the year is just like the fights that need to happen. Is just the fights that that were anticipated were not really good, and the ones that we're looking for are not made. So it's like these last 2 months, like. There has to be some sort of redemption, and I'm talking about a serious redemption with that case. If not, it's 2022 will definitely not be on 2019's level because
it'll be up there though. I honestly feel like we kind of downplaying shit. Like, you know what? Because it's not. It's the names aren't top heavy. Like 2019, you was getting Fight of the Years from like the top 20 best fighters in the world. That doesn't happen every year.
Right. Yeah, and it hasn't happened really like that this year. That's basically.
Can you guys drink ketchup water then spit it in your? What the hell?
Can you guys? Who the hell is this? That's kind of freaky. I you know what? I don't even know what to say about that.
And on that note,
I think we.
Yeah, that's Ring Gang After Dark, nigga. Like, you got to pay for that.
A little late. It's past midnight, y'all niggas' time. So.
I think we touched upon everything good. Lord.
Yeah, that's it. We got to close it down when you start saying shit like that.
Yeah, we getting the freaks come out at night.
And white marshmallows, like
just the name itself.
Hey, we got some trolls. We can kind of pop in now. We got some trolls in the comments.
We gotta be like, cause this is the thing. Like, why we have to put the color in front of marshmallows? Like, I'm just saying, like, what
aren't marshmallows white to begin with? What? Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like that's like saying white, great white. like Black Knight, or like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we just repeating shit for no reason. Like,
freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night.
Legends.
Yeah, Ring Gang After Dark. We back with another Ring Gang Radio After Dark.
like HBO.
We got the best pose for that ass.
Niggas sound like the fucking them skits on them Snoop albums, nigga. That DJ Easy Dick pause, nigga.
Wake your goat mouth ass up. This is DJ Easy Dick, early morning of the golden shower hour. Shout
out to Ricky Harris, rest in peace, yo. But yo, I think I think we touched about everything tonight. So yeah, let me get some final words. Ayo, P, man, your final thoughts, man.
Quite the weekend of boxing. Between all those fights, including the ones I was at. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Barclays.
Yes,
love being there. I love being there. I ain't been there. I hadn't been there for boxing since 2019. So,
God damn. The one that y'all like 2019 was just special.
Yeah, the last time I went there was for Thurman versus Josecito. Like that was the last Barclays boxing match I went to. So I needed to get back in there. So, it was good. Glad to be there. You know what I'm saying? Shit was nice. Shout out to the Chicken Talk crew. We all met up. It was quite the night. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them, and just great night of boxing. Great weekend of boxing. We're on a little break until the fireworks come back in November or at the end of October. So but until then, stick with us. Ring Gang still got plenty more content coming. So whether it's hip hop or boxing, we got a lot of stuff. So what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Deontay Wilder's power probably smells good. You need to go to sleep, bro. Like it's way too late to be trolling in the comments, but whatever. You know where to find us at ringgangradio.com, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. You know the vibes. That's all I got to say about that.
Yes, sir. Ayo, Pilot, your final thoughts?
Oh man, what can I say? We were decently fed. Like I said, there was a $50 buffet, and it was good. So boxing was good last weekend. Hopefully, it's a slow weekend this weekend, but the 29th got kind of decently loaded. So hopefully it's the same. You know what it is. Ringing radio all day, every day. Shouts out to everybody in the comments, even White Marshmallows the troll. But yeah, you know what it is. You know where to check us out at. That's all I got.
Yes, sir. LB, man, your final thoughts?
Man, just make sure you follow us everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, IG, YouTube. Get them subs up, get them likes up. It's all good. There's more content on the way. World is a Op is out. Shout out to everybody on Podomatic and Anchor and Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all of that shit. Everybody who fuck with us and take the time out to listen, and we appreciate everybody who's sharing it and letting the world know that we the best boxing dudes out here, talking that real shit. And,
yes, sir.
It's I know a lot of guys say we unbiased. Yeah, for the most part we are. Because we like the sport as a whole, and it's just more fun to talk about it that way than to be on some Stan Wars shit, and that's not fun. Y'all go to Twitter for that shit, but you tune in to the best. Tune in to Ring Gang Radio. You're gonna get some real fucking boxing talk, some real passionate, hardcore boxing talk, man. Took us a while, but motherfuckers is noticing, and I like it and I respect it. So just letting y'all know we appreciate it.
No doubt, man. Definitely, as I always say, man. Just put our name in Google and it'll come up with everything that you need, especially our webpage and our YouTube, man. So yeah, our YouTube, just go there, you listen, like, comment, and subscribe, tell your friends so they can do the same, and we can all be friends, because we do this shit for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely, thank you, for us who've been sticking with us for the longest. It's like, yeah, we still got you, and we got plenty of other things in the store. And and the troll, I know we must be getting more attention because now we have trolls in our stuff, saying silly Babylonian things, at 12:48 at night, so we must be getting some attention. So so for myself, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, for LB Shuttleworth, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P, Bodega P, and for Conscious Pilot, and then Rome, who was on there earlier, aka Chicago Win. This has been This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
Tell everyone.